It's Valentine's Day over here, and I'm filled with all these loving thoughts. Valentine's, Super Bowl food, all of it. I'm thinking about intimacy, I'm thinking about friendship, I'm thinking about relationship, and yet I get a call from one of my teens or young adults. You know the call, you get them too. First thing in the morning, we think we know how our day is going to go, but we don't. And it's triage time. What am I going to do? And will that bring us closer?
But it's not what you're made for, and there's nothing that is too late for.
This is going to be a different kind of video because today I am having Young Adult Day. I had planned a whole day around, but one of my young adults needs me. So I need to change my day and move it around in order to provide support for one of my own human young adults. So I've been preaching at you guys on this channel. Let's see if I can follow my own advice. So as I see it, as I look at a day when I am stopping what I'm doing to help a young adult, I've got 3 major challenges ahead of me. Number 1, am I going to be a busybody? Am I really wanted here? Do I really need to be in the mix helping this kiddo? Answer to myself is yes, I do. Number 2, am I going to know when to fold my own rest of my day? So in other words, am I going to make room in my schedule to be present for my young adult? And what does that require? So right now I haven't canceled any clients, but I am going to run some early morning errands in order to support this particular kiddo. And the 3rd challenge is to stay grounded myself. Am I going to be calm, peaceful, and for the most part, keeping my mouth shut, right? Or am I going to get all up in and try to fix, manage, and control the situation? Can't fix, manage, or control. First of all, that's impossible. Second of all, even if I thought I could do it, it's going to be a bad idea. But can I stay grounded, present? And in this particular situation, it's mostly to just body double while my young adult eats some frogs. So we'll see if I can manage to do what I tell all my parents to do. Stay tuned. Okay, friends, if you're like me and one of your human children is not feeling so great, you immediately want to run out and fix it. But we don't go out and fix it. We have to take care of our bodies first so that we are grounded, that we're calm, that we're curious, and that we can be connected to them. If our nervous system's all jacked up, we're not going to be helpful when they're having a hard day. I want to run out and fix what's wrong with my kid. But first, I'm going to take a walk, even in the rain. Check you later. I just got my walk. Can't believe I'm doing this video with no makeup or hair done or nothing. Walk was great. Talked to my young adult. Told myself I cannot fix, manage, or control anything that's going on for them. I can just be present and listen and help them to listen to themselves. So they've done some good work and they're trying to decide on the timing of their next action, their next right thing. Now, am I going to finish out today? I have no idea. If my young adult needs me in a way that they can be specific about how I can be of service, I am all about that life. But we've already done some triage and some chatting, and maybe I won't be needed at all. So next right thing for me is to suit up and help some more teens and young adults. So your teen or young adult come to you with a problem, and it's a doozy. And it's going to happen. What is your response? Number 1, deep breath. Be present in the moment. You're going to miss this moment with your human kid. And that's the whole reason you had kids, right? Is to have connection. Number 2, do listen, but non-judgmentally, okay? So you're not going to tell them what the solution is. You're just listening. Of course you know what the solution is. You're old ass human. That's fine. Don't tell them what the answer is. Just listen. Do relate in. Okay, so they are talking to you and they're telling you about something that you probably did something pretty close to, okay? When you were in high school, you probably got up some sort of nonsense that's pretty darn close. Any place you can relate in. Say, oh my gosh, I did nonsense when I was in high school. Not that exact nonsense because there weren't cell phones, but it was so embarrassing. And number 3, do validate, do signal that the emotions that your teen or young adult are having are reasonable and that they make sense. So just signal, make sense. These are things we're going to do. Things we're not going to do. We're not going to fix. We're not going to manage. We are not going to control. What does that mean? So we're not going to fix it. You don't have a problem. Your teen has a problem. Your young adult has a problem. Their problem is not your problem. Don't fix it. Don't try to manage. Don't try to shape. Shaping was a great technique when your kid was little, right? They're approximating behaviors. But shaping for adults is, that's the way we end up with all of that kind of stuff that they complain about us doing all the time that's like passive aggressive, right? We're not trying to shape. If we're going to say something, we're going to be direct. But we're not going to say anything until we have really listened non-judgmentally, related to them, and validated their emotions around this emergency. We are not going to do for our human teens or adults what they can already do for themselves. Don't do that. If they can do it, they do it, not you. We're not going to protect our teen or young adult from natural consequences. You know, we all learn sometimes the hard way. If they've got to pay a fine because they parked someplace on campus they weren't supposed to park, they need to pay that fine. Now, you may find some work for them, or you may give them a loan. You're not paying that. That is their payment. You know, if they are in trouble with a professor because they handed something in late, do not, I repeat, do not even think about emailing that professor. Do not even join with your kid about complaining about that professor because you don't know the whole story. You can listen. You can say, gosh, I had really hard professors when I was in college. Good, check, check. You don't say, this professor, current time, is bullshit. What kind of grade do I give myself today? I think I was better than usual, part because I was making this video for you guys. So I kept repeating to myself like a mantra, I cannot fix, manage, or control. I cannot fix, manage, or control. But I am planning to make their favorite food, make sure there's a fire in the fireplace, make sure there's some space and time and some soft music so that I can proofread some emails and maybe make sure that some columns add up correctly. That's all the support I'm going to be offering for that, not even till several days in advance. So that's how this particular emergency ended. But other emergencies might end differently. If this had been a medical emergency, I would have made myself available because teens and young adults, and we have got data on this now, are not always able to really advocate for themselves with medical providers. So if my kid invited me, remember invitation only, I would drop everything for any kind of medical thing. Honestly, even if it's not an emergency, because of the data, if my teen or young adult said they didn't feel like they were being heard by a medical provider, I would probably reschedule my day and go hang out with my teen or young adult. My young adult may end up with natural consequences. And so I'm just going to be chill and understand that natural consequences suck for them. I'm not going to say, I told you so. I'm not going to say, oh, well, that's not really that much money. I'm just going to sit with them and join with them that we don't like it when we have unexpected financial difficulties.
Second.
That's your phone.
Yes.